Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the factory of the future, a place buzzing with smart, connected machines all working in perfect harmony. But as you can imagine, with all this amazing tech comes a whole new kind of risk, one that's hidden in the ones and zeros that make it all possible. We're about to explore the cybersecurity battleground of what's called Industry 4.0. To really get where we are now, it helps to look back at how we got here. The first industrial revolution, that was all about steam and mechanization. Then came the second, powered by electricity, which gave us mass production. The third, well, that was the computer revolution, bringing us automation. And that brings us to today, the fourth revolution, which is all about smart, hyper-connected systems. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with what Industry 4.0 actually is, then we'll uncover some of its hidden dangers. After that, we'll look at the four main ways these systems get attacked, lay out the playbook for defending them, and finally, we'll peek over the horizon at what comes next. So let's get into it. What is this whole Industry 4.0 thing really? What's the big promise of the smart factory? The term itself was actually coined back in 2011. But what it really means, at its heart, is the complete digital makeover of manufacturing. It's all about weaving together the physical factory floor, what we call operational technology, with the digital world of IT and business systems, everything talking to everything else. And the goals here are pretty ambitious. It's all about boosting productivity, being more flexible, slashing operating costs, and, of course, getting products out the door and into customers' hands faster than ever. It is truly a vision of ultimate efficiency. Okay, but here's the catch. All of that incredible connectivity, well, it brings with it a massive, often overlooked risk. To really wrap your head around the danger, you need to understand this concept of an attack surface. Think about it like this. An old school factory might have had, few physical doors and windows to guard, but a smart factory, it has literally thousands of digital windows. Every single sensor, every machine, every network connection is a potential way in for an attacker. And that, right there, is the million-dollar question. With all these new ways in, where are the biggest vulnerabilities? Where are those cracks in the armor of the modern factory? Well, the threat isn't just one simple thing. It's more like a battle being fought on four different but totally interconnected technological fronts. First up, we've got the very foundation of the smart factory, the Industrial Internet of Things, or IoT. We're talking about billions of connected devices here, everything from tiny little sensors checking the temperature to those giant robotic arms you see on assembly lines. And here's the problem. A lot of these devices were built to do one job really well, but security wasn't really part of the design. They often don't have basic protections, it can be a nightmare to update them with security patches, and they come from hundreds of different companies, so there's no single security standard. Every one of them is a potential weak link in the chain. And this isn't just a theoretical problem. Take the Mirai botnet. It wasn't some super sophisticated hack. It just took over thousands of everyday, insecure devices like security cameras and routers and turned them into a massive digital army. It used their combined power to flood sites with traffic, knocking huge services like Twitter and Netflix offline. All right, the second front is the cloud. This is the powerful, flexible brain that stores and crunches all the data that those IoT devices are collecting. It's what makes powerful analytics and global operations possible. But the thing that makes the cloud so great, how easy it is to access, is also a huge weakness. A simple human error, like setting up a firewall incorrectly, can leave a company's most sensitive data wide open for the taking. Plus, you have to worry about where your data is stored to comply with privacy laws. And then there's shadow IT. That's when employees use cloud services without company approval, creating risks no one even knows are there. And to see just how bad this can be, look at the Capital One breach. We're talking about one of the biggest data breaches ever, and it wasn't caused by some brilliant piece of malware. It was caused by one single, simple misconfiguration in their cloud security. A tiny mistake that had absolutely enormous consequences. Now, for our third front, the actual smarts of the smart factory. We're talking about artificial intelligence and big data analytics, the stuff that powers predictive maintenance or optimizes the entire supply chain. Here's where it gets really interesting. An attacker doesn't necessarily have to break the AI. They can just trick it. They can feed it bad data, a technique called poisoning, to slowly corrupt its decisions over time. Or they can try to pull sensitive, private information out of the data the AI was trained on. It's a totally new kind of digital warfare. This final front is arguably the most critical of them all, This is the place where the digital world of information technology, or IT, physically connects to the world of operational technology, or OT, the actual machinery running on the factory floor. And the crucial point here is a worm called Stuxnet. Stuxnet was an absolute game changer. It was the first time we saw undeniably that a piece of malicious code, a computer virus, could jump across that digital to physical divide and cause real, tangible, physical destruction. A cyber attack can now literally break things in the real world. Okay, so we've laid out the risks. It's a pretty complex and frankly dangerous landscape. So the big question is, how do we fight back? Let's open up the modern defensive playbook. The key thing to remember is that security isn't some product you can just buy off the shelf. It's a continuous journey, and it happens in 4 phases. You start by designing strong, resilient networks from the ground up. Then you have to know exactly what's on your network and watch it constantly. From there, you intelligently split up your network, so if an intruder gets into one area, they're trapped there. And finally, you have to be incredibly strict about how people connect remotely. All right, for our last section, let's zoom all the way out. Why does getting all this right actually matter, and where is this whole revolution headed next? You see, strong cybersecurity isn't just an expense or some kind of insurance policy. It's a real competitive advantage. A secure factory means less downtime, which means lower costs and more products going out the door. It means a company can innovate faster because they're not afraid of being disrupted. It protects the quality of what they make and can even help them meet sustainability goals. Simply put, good security enables excellence. And this really leaves us with a final big thought to chew on. The next evolution, what people are already starting to call Industry 5.0, is all about putting humans back in the center of the picture, emphasizing collaboration between people and machines. So as our factories get smarter and smarter, the ultimate challenge is making sure all this powerful technology continues to serve us and doesn't end up the other way around.